Okay, so welcome guys to Jet Coding, and in this series of basic JavaScript algorithms, I think today we have another section where you'll be learning how to use JavaScript to, develop a basic gaming. So I call it a guessing game in JavaScript, which I think is going to be very simple. So for us to accomplish this task, there are a few steps or few methods that I want us to look at. Okay, so today let's just look at the few if statement. Then we will look at another method called math.random. Okay, then we will look at this last one, which is the same as math.Floor. Okay, this is the three methods, two methods, and then if statement that we will be needing. Okay, so let's explain. I think this is even self-explanatory. We say if statement. Okay, so basically in JavaScript, if you want to compare something, okay, and I want us to learn something too. Another operator, we call it comparison operator. I think this is it. This is the sign, which I think is also, we will also be needing it. Okay, later I think we will have another section where we'll be looking at all the operators in JavaScript, but today I think we'll be dealing with this. Okay, so let's start by, example. Okay, how we can just use if statement in our programs. Okay, so let's assume that you want to check something if a condition is true. Okay, you want something to happen if a certain condition is true. So let's start by example, like let's say we have a variable of a which holds a value of 1, okay? And we have another variable of b which holds a value of, let's say 1, let's say the same value, right? And you want to compare if a is equal to b, you want to see something, or if b equals to a, you want to see something. So we need to combine if statement and then a comparison operator. Okay, so this is how an if statement starts. Okay, then with a curly brace, then I think every if statement is supposed to have an else, right? So this is how it's going to be. If this, okay, I want you to do this, else I want you to do something here, right? So what do you want to do if a is equal to b? You want to see something. So our usual function, which is console.log of something. Okay, so if a, okay, is equal to b, okay, give us what? Yes. Okay, else give us what? Console.log of what? No. Okay, something like this. No. So is a equals to b? That's the question. And is a is equals to b because a hold 1, b hold 1. So a equals to b is true. So of course this will run and this will never run. Okay. So in case we change this one to, let's say, a different value of 2, of course we're going to have one no. That means a is not equal to what? B. Okay. And we can, there's another one too. We can okay, anyway, I want us to just maintain this comparison operator, which is checking the two value. So to check this value and check this value, if it is true, then this will run. If it is false, this will run. So I think this is how to use if statement in action. So I think you put this one at the back of your head so that when we tackle our problem for the day, which is guessing game in JavaScript, we'll be needing if statement, and of course you know how to use them, right? Okay, that's fine. So I can just take off this one. Then I want us to look at this method, which is math.round, and look at what we want. This is what guessing game. So in guessing game, of course, you want to predict what the computer will just guess for you, right? So it's going to be a prediction, which is you have to predict a certain number. Then the computer too will just give another range of numbers. It's going to just generate a range of numbers and give you one. So whatever you predict, if it's equal to what the computer has given out, then we have what? a lucky number, or let's say we have the same, we're able to predict what the computer is going to give us. So this is basically, we're going to use this method to generate a number. So let's see what we have in this method, which is what math.random. Okay. So see what we have here. So math.random returns what? A value. That value is what? Includes 0 and it's less than 1. There's no way we can get 1. It's going to be, it generates number from 0 to a certain number, but that number is less than 1. Okay. So when we run our program again, you see it keeps changing. Okay, it keeps changing. So it gives us this floating number, okay, between 0 and less than 1. Okay, that is what it's giving us. Okay, so we can get our random numbers from this guy. So let's assume we want to generate a number from 0 to 10. Of course, we can just multiply this by 10. Okay, and now we can generate our number from 0 to 10. So we can run it and see. You see, we have 1, right? Let's see again. We have 2. Let's see again. You see, we still have 2 point something. Okay. You see, now we have 8. Okay. So this function will be giving us what? Generating numbers from what? 0. Sorry, generating numbers from 0 to 10. Okay. But for us to get exact number of 10, we just need to add +1 to it so that we can at least get our 10. That will be 0 to 10. Right. So now we have 6 and we have 3 this time. Okay. Okay. Now this 3 point, this figure behind this 3, we don't need it. We just want to slash that one off, and so that we can be having a whole number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to what? 10. That is when we need to introduce another method called what? Math.Floor. Okay. So what we'll do is we will call Math.Floor here. Okay. .floor. Okay. Which is another method. Or then we will just cut this and just slot it inside so that it will float fast. So now we see we have a whole number 5, right? So now when we run this, we get 2. Okay. No floating number 3. You see, and we have what? 7. You see. So we can guess from 0 to 10. This is exactly what we're trying to achieve. So the computer is going to generate this. You see, we have 10 now. Yes. So the computer is going to generate 0 to 10 for us every time the function runs. Okay, good. So now that we have our auto-generate number from the computer, why don't we store it in a variable so that we can use to do the action that we want? Okay, so let's get any name. We can say, okay, give us a variable name of what? Let's call it lucky. Okay, something like that, lucky. Okay, so now we store this value in a lucky container, right? So we have our lucky number. So why don't we introduce a function? We always love to use functions to do all these kind of things. So let's have a function. We start with what? Function keyword. Then the name of the function, how, let's call it, okay, guess, right? Let's call it guess number. Something like that. Any name, any name. Then we all know how to declare a function. Okay. Every function that you declare, you make sure you call it down there. Okay. We call the function. Okay. So now that we call the function, now we can just take our auto-generated number in there. We all know that every function has what? Argument. So that is the number that you will guess, right? So the number that you want to guess between what? 0 and 10, that is what you have to put here. So let's say we want to get, let's say 2. And that 2 will come here as a parameter, as what? Let's find any name for it, a variable like guess, right? Okay. Now that we have our guess in here, we need to compare whatever the user will just type in here, okay, and compare with what the computer will generate for us. Then we see if we have a match or we don't have a match, right? So we can start by using what? Our if statement that we learned a few minutes ago, right? Which is going to be what? If, okay, then do something. Then we come back to our what? Else, do something, right? So what are we going to have in here? So the number that the user will provide, which is the guess, okay, which is, we will compare by equal, 2 equal sign, which means we are comparing compare that one with what the computer will give me over here, right? If it is true, then I want you to do something. So what do you want us to display? Let's try and display something. So we can say what console.log of something. What are we going to do? At least we're supposed to say congratulations if you have a match, something like that. All right. So we can just why don't we use this so that we can at least show something? So we say congrats, right? I want to make it uppercase. Congratulations. Okay. I'll do this. Let's say you guess right, right? Let's put something like that. You guess right. I think it's cool, right? Why don't you put the value that you guess so that you'll be very, very cool, right? So let's do something like this. You won't know how to do this. If you want to pull a variable, this is what you do. So let's get the lucky number. Okay, in here. I think it makes sense, right? Let me close this small. I think it makes sense. Let me close this one small. Yeah, something like this. I think it makes sense. So if we have a match, this is what we're going to have. Oh, we already have a match. Can you see? If you don't have a match, then I think we can do another thing too. We can say for console.log of, can we use the same thing? Okay, let's put this on string. Let's say, oops, right? Let me make it uppercase. Oops, sorry. Try again. Try again, right? So it makes sense. So of course, you see, we have sorry, try again over here, right? So let's try and guess another number. Let's say 1, still we did not win. Let's try 2, still we did not win. Let's try 1 again. Yes, and we have what? We're able to guess what the computer gives us. We're able to predict what the computer generated, which is what? Congratulations, you guessed right. So our function and our program is working smoothly, right? So let's try another thing too. Oh, we're able to guess right. We have 2 over there, right? Awesome. So let's try another thing. Let's say 1. Oh, oops, sorry, try again. Let's try 2. 2 gets there. Oh, wow. 2 is appearing how many times? 5. Let me try 5. Oh, we're able to guess 5. 4. Oh, okay, I see. Listen, can you guess another number? Can you predict another number for me?
I think 2.
I should try 2 again, right? 2. It did not enter. Let's try 3. 3 did not enter. Can you give me another one? Last one.
4.
I should try 4. Okay, 4 is here. Nope. 4 did not enter. 6. Wrong. 1. Nope. 2. Let me try my favorite number, 7. I'll try 7 again. I'll try 7 again. I'll try 7 again. I'll try 9 again. Whoop. 8. Let me go back to 1. 2. 2. Whoa. 3. Oh my God. Okay. 4. I just want to have 1 win, then we end the session. Where those? Oh my God. Can we try something? Whatever the computer gives us, why don't we display what the computer gives us? I think that would be awesome for us to know that the program is working, right? So we can just try again, and let's say the number is, let's put the number here. I think it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
See what the computer is generating for us. Okay, that would be a lucky number, right? Lucky. So let's see.
I think it's lower.
Is it?
Lucky is lower. The lucky is lowercase.
Okay, it's lowercase, yes. That's true. Okay, good. So the lucky number is 2, right? And let's try 1 again. And it's still 9. See, it's 9. Oh, 1. They beat us by 1. Okay, let's try 10. So let's try 3. Whoa. 9. 8. 3. Oh, 3. Yes, now we have it. We have 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So I think the program is working, of course.
Yeah.
look at the code very well, and then try something. It's very basic JavaScript stuff, but at least you get to learn how to use if statement. You get to know how to use this
That's more.
math.round, yes, and then math.floor. So I hope this exercise is awesome for you to practice, and then
Yeah. So I even think for them to challenge themselves,
yeah,
they can even implement something that will give the user a flexibility to try so many times, and even try to give the user a clue as to if the number is too high or too low. I
exactly,
think yes, they can
exactly,
use some for loop to just declare some number of times. Let's say you
yeah,
try to look through the thing 5 times and
okay,
allow the user to try like 5 times. Each time the user tries,
yeah,
yeah, it should be
kind of
like
threshold,
you're too high or too low.
yeah,
So you are
something
close to the number.
threshold, right? Okay,
Yeah,
oh, okay, yeah. So
I think they can try.
yes, so I think
Since we've done four, and
yeah,
so they
so
can just play around for the assignment.
exactly. So guys, I think you heard what Dixon said. At least you can just modify or make some changes and add a lot of features to this, and at least you're having fun with JavaScript, which I think is a great way to start with, right? So
Sure.
sky is the limit, guys. So we end the session and we meet again. Bye bye.